Jazz Summer League basketball, and we start off the summer of hoops here on NBA TV with the Atlanta Hawks.
JB Bickerstaff that they had last season, so there's some adjustments and some changes going to be made with these two teams.
Well, the tip one and then a foul. The Grizzlies, of course, the grindhouse. They want to get back to that style of play. Also like to score just 99 points a game a season ago. And David, you crunch those numbers a lot.
Jackson, Gasol as their bigs, and then they've got 5 shooters on the floor.
And there's another 3 there by Jackson. That's 2 in a row.
Boy, didn't waste any time. Looks at his hands.
Rebounds a game, 40% from the three-point line. So those open looks.
Nice power move inside. John Collins, we spoke
month
of.
by month, he got better and better and better. You know, when some of these guys come in the league so young, and then you really have to look at what they do in March and April, and you see him learning how to play.
This team wants to really utilize this kid right here. I mean, Trey, they're really impressed with the way he passes the basketball.
Don't have. The thing about Trae Young is he was Oklahoma. So his experience in 1 year in college basketball, he ran 300.
Mid-May, and really good response by the team he's put together. And it's a learning process, too. You imagine trying to go
Shoot
through
the 3, can play inside, play outside.
Nice spin, baseline. Collins rolls inside for 2. Collins with 3 buckets in the quarter. Gentlemen, you and my teammates.
And Collins, what, 19th pick? Sometimes you get some good players late in the draft.
Draft was.
Ivan Rabb scores his first 2.
So, ready to get to this action.
Yeah, KK, the big stage is there here in Salt Lake City. Next week we'll move on to Las Vegas. And a lot of
ability to pass the basketball has been very impressive. And then Jackson, defensively, has really impressed the coaches.
Team knocks down the big 3. And Lloyd Pierce told us, I'm glad he's here. He's a talented young kid. 6'5", about 185. Hawks with the ball. They've been hot early, hitting 6 of the last 7 shots. Make it 7 of 8.
Reading the defense.
Nice soft touch. Jump on Atlanta now after a hot start. They've gone cold, missing 6 straight shots. Goodwin the other way with a circus bucket for 2.
Well, this is a tough drive. I mean, it actually puts it in with the left hand.
With the left hand.
I don't think so. I think he might compliment Marc Gasol because Gasol's such a beautiful passer. Gasol can play so many different ways, and you can do so.
They're very high on the fact that he's a smart player and he reads defense very well. Didn't read that one very well, though. The defender already in a
shoot himself out of this because he's a 36% shooter from college, right? Granted, he played 1 year. That ball flies in, no foul.
He does not have the backspin or anything. It's like he doesn't get his fingers into it. Gets contact there, ends up foul. Just wonder why there wasn't.
Take it away, taken back now, loose again, picked up. Morris, little feed pass down low and up top for the hammer. 5 from downtown. And here's the high hammer by Spellman. It's a 6-point game. Memphis on top.
He's been a good shooter all his life. It's nothing new, and to be able to showcase it here on this stage is an awesome feeling.
Hit the rim, but they're a miss.
It's a miss. You can't hit the rim.
Goodwin flies out of trouble, knocked it down. That corner 3 goes down. Memphis hit.
Every player thinks they should be in the NBA.
Collins straight away.
Collins is trying to prove.
You mentioned Collins didn't want to come back and play in the Summer League to support his new coach, Lloyd Pierce. So put the 3 ball up. That's what the Western Conference is known for. Not particularly in the East, but he's not shy to have.
I haven't seen, I guess, Houston in Game 7.
Maybe a little.
I keep hearing that phrase. I've seen a lot of people die by the 2. I'm not seeing as many people die by the 3.
We'll tell you take the 3, right? We got a timeout. 3:39 left in the first half. The 8-point game. Memphis and Salt Lake City. Atlanta really struggling with the shots, both in and out. But the hammer coming down strong, and even the crowd.
Let's see, Rabb just gets out of the way. He knew he had no chance of blocking that shot.
Atlanta hit 5 of their first 6 shots, and now 7 of the last 30. Sampson the other way, back-to-back buckets for the 6-pack, and the ball comes loose. Hawks get it back, and they put it down with the right hand.
Jalen Brunson at Villanova ran a super pick and roll because Spellman would Brunson, with his big, strong body, was getting February 1 to the end of college. He only shot 36% when everybody saw him a second time in conference play.
Yeah, look at this three. I mean, this is very balanced. Most guys that are effective shooters.
I was so skilled beforehand and so talented, all these guys are, that they're able to kind of get by, and then they learn how to really play hard.
The amount of time that you require to switch doesn't. Whoa, he got
Welcome to the NBA, kid.
Jaren Jackson, three-point ability at 40% at Michigan State. That's a marvelous shot for a 6'11" big man. David, you just said
and what's
you got to play multiple spots right in this league.
Now he's showing us that he can shoot the ball.
Collins has his pocket picked by Simmons, who had a terrific half. That ball's going to go down on a goaltend. Simmons, when you're on a pivot, needs help, finds Carter. Wide open lane on a kick-out three. Instead of baseline jumper up. Beautiful move. Bunner, he landed with both feet on the table, not one. Young, there you go. Keep shooting, and you finally... Yeah, broke away, Booner, from some traffic.
I think we've seen a few times where that shooting window closes on him.
How about back inside after the missed three? Jaren Jackson Jr.
So it shouldn't be that unusual for him to be guarded.
That's really geeking out.
Makes 2 out of 3. Just past the 7-minute mark.
Okay, what just happened right there?
Save along the baseline. I tell you, Atlanta continues, Ron, to put up threes with little hesitation. Jumper just inside the arc and a nice stroke.
Better even than Mo Bamba, who's probably considered the best rim protector in this year's draft.
What things in college train, if your computer, without Jonathan Giovanni's rankings, were to just draft, what would have been the computer's top of the
best
draft?
projection, either incorporating the top 100 rank or without it, of any prospect in my database going back to 2003.
Just Trae Young works here. Over the years, you've had some success. Rajon Rondo was a numbers guy for you. Fred VanVleet was a number.
Smith put a shoulder down. Trae Young tries the baseline. Kick out. Starting to get a little rhythm, Booner. You notice?
And Trae on seeing the floor. Goes up, give the impression.
He goes inside. The ball's loose. Rebound. Put it up and put it down and back in. Lloyd Pierce told us, look, Trae Young, loved the way he scored as a freshman at Oklahoma, but also he averaged nearly 9 assists a ball game. And that's what he was excited about.
I don't think there's any doubt he'll get better, and I think his shot selection will get better there as well.
Boy, Memphis, they've had some, they've mounted a couple of comebacks, and Memphis has just been putting up threes. In fact, run on cue, the corner three.
Shot off, how fast he gets into his shooting window. He had a pretty good space there, nice finish.
Wow. If you can't hit the three, Ron, take it down the lane, right, or down baseline.
Well, this is one heck of a shot. Reverse English on off the glass.
In this first game of Summer League, as we kick off a couple of fun weeks. He's in double digits. Pretty impressive, Ron, for a second-round selection. He's got the ball in his hands. Left-hand dribble, back out. Big fella wants three, up and in. I'm impressed.
Here's the 4, Marc Gasol's the 5. That's why there's... Memphis is really optimistic about their upcoming season.
Crawford runs in off the turnover.
That is an offensive foul, if called correctly.
Inside bucket. Ball dropped, picked up. Oh, another three. Jaren Jackson, second lowest in the Western Conference behind Sacramento. I think the offense just got a kick in the paint
Right now, probably.
When I'm talking to the coaches last night, David, they said we are going to be better.
Please. Jackson gets it back behind. What do you bet the three-point line? He'll take that shot. One more time. One more time. For Jaren Jackson. And he didn't run back on defense. And Trae Young rotate through the responsibilities of running one of these games. And tonight it's Mazzari. Could be.
I'm just trying to digest it. They don't get bird rights on him. So it's a hard...
He'll go back and probably, again, in the shooter's mind. You know, Kyle Korver used to play for the Jazz. He's been around the league a long time.
Percentage shot.
Hawks runs it off to Adams after the turnover, and there's a three ball down. Seconds tick away, and an impressive opening night win for the Memphis Grizzlies. They use the three.